What is up, everybody? We are going to talk about what is going on in the world of food right now in the world. The world of food right now. Anyway, what I have here is some websites that aggregate some news. And I have Food and Wine magazine right now. And we're going to go through a few different news sources and kind of just go through maybe a handful of each and see what is going on and kind of what we can expect, when we're going out to eat or whatever it is, So first things first, Food and Wine magazine, they're reporting that Aldi's holiday beer and wine selection has landed. Here's what to get. And I have links to all of these sources in the description below. If you want, you can scroll all the way to the bottom and they'll be there. I'm not going to click into that one. Aldi's holiday beer, if you want to know what to get there, you're welcome to go there after the stream here. Next up, meat and poultry is wildly expensive now, and it could be due to price fixing. Now, that's an interesting one, and I want to kind of see a little more about that. This is by Stacy Liaska. It says, if the price of meat, specifically chicken, pork, and turkey, feels incredibly high right now, that's because it is, though it may have little to do with actual supply or demand. Is that even a sentence? According to Reuters, in May, U.S. District Judge John Tunheim first denied the motion for dismissal of the suit. And what happened here was the suit alleges that the companies unlawfully collected competitive industry data and shared it with its subscribers who pay millions to access the data, then used that information to keep its prices inflated to artificially high levels. That to me sounds shady, and I think lawsuits are definitely in order as far as everything goes. I want to do a shout out to one of our channel members, James, who is just joining the stream. Hi, James. How you doing? Good evening. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us here. I'm going to continue on with the stories here on Food and Wine. If anything seems, particularly noteworthy, I'll react to it a little bit more. It says Heinz has a new hands-free robot. No, thank you. Don't care. Burger King just dropped a new frozen pink lemonade. Here's how to get it for free. I'm not a big sugary drink person, so that really doesn't apply to me. But I do like my snacks. If that's something that interests you, you can leave a comment, and it may be a little bit of a litmus test for me to actually, go into that. Snickers teamed up with a fortune teller to see how the NFL season will pan out. Okay, that doesn't seem like news. Maybe it's a slow news week. Liquid Death and Yeti are auctioning off a casket cooler just in time for spooky season. That sounds like a fun story. Just when you thought you've seen it all. And they really do have a casket with ice and Liquid Death. Now, if you know me, I have kind of a strong feeling about Liquid Death in that it's just water. I do like it. I actually enjoy it quite a lot. I like how it's very mildly sweet and has a little bit of flavoring to it. It's definitely one of those things that's like if I'm on a road trip, I'll grab one for we went to the Outer Banks, and, on that road trip, I went for that. Moving on. And James, I agree with you. The Halloween stories are definitely a little bit early. Things are moving very quickly as far as this is going. Moving on with our news. McDonald's is finally bringing the Chicken Big Mac to the U.S. Okay, that seems like something that's noteworthy. Chicken sandwich fans, now is your time to shine. On Monday, Snackolator, the somehow most in the know food blogger on Instagram, posted to their account noting that McDonald's is finally bringing the Chicken Big Mac to the United States in 2024. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, I've never tried the Chicken Big Mac, but it's one of those things. I mean, looking at it, I would probably try that. Generally, the Big Mac is a lot of bread for me. I don't really love bready type stuff, but you never know. This seems like something that might be worth ordering. What I feel like they may be doing is luring you in with like the $5 meals, and then these things are going to be like $8 or $9. That's definitely something I would try, as would James, who's in the chat here. Thank you again, James. If you're in the chat, say hello. I love interacting with the chat. Goldfish just brought back its most popular limited time flavor ever. Oh, cool. Let's see this one, because we do on the channel here silly snack reviews. And those are a short series where I feature me and my son, and we react to these things. So strawberry shortcake, Hello Kitty, Goldfish Hello Kitty strawberry shortcake flavored grams. which says it was its fastest selling limited time flavor offering in brand history the last time it offered the flavor. We teamed with Sanrio once again to round out Hello Kitty's 50th anniversary celebration. Okay, so for their 50th anniversary celebration, Goldfish is coming out with these strawberry shortcake little thingies. Pretty interesting. Definitely love to see that. And, let's see what's next. I'm hoping we get some actual like good news here. Like big story. And I'll probably scroll down through this one and then we'll pull up another source in a minute. TikTok is loving this viral hack for cleaning dishwashers. Does it actually work? Well, let's see what this is. Lemon hack. As far as dishwashers, most people don't know how to use their dishwasher, and I'm probably one of those people. I tend to, when I have the control of the soap, I put too much soap. And I also tend to pre-wash everything, which you're not supposed to do. Apparently, they're designed to not do that. There are dubious claims out there on social media, but sometimes you get lucky and come across one tip that offers bona fide results. And that's exactly what's happening with the lemon dishwasher hack that everyone is currently feigning over on TikTok. All right. It says here, in just 10 seconds, Lindsay changes her followers' lives by suggesting they toss a lemon in their dishwasher as a way to clean their dishes and the machine itself, along with keeping lime scale at bay. Well, we could see what she does here. So you put the lemon in there, and you put it on top just like that, and you close it. Okay, I really like. Honestly, it's one of those things. I don't think you should be putting lemons, big chunks of food inside of your dishwasher. Dishwashers do have a sump pump in there, and if things get in there and get clogged, it's not going to be a good day for you. So I would recommend not doing that, but to each his own, I guess. All right, what do we got next? Cooking for okay, we're gonna skip anything that looks like it might be political in nature. And now to go with James's kind of comment here, Halloween and fall is kind of they're jamming it down our throats, and Dairy Queen is bringing back its fan favorite pumpkin spice blizzard. Here's how you can get one for free. And like I said, there's links to this down below if you want to click a little further. PF Chang's is bringing the cozy fall vibes, another fall one, with amazing new deals and an unexpected $25 back to school essentials, perfect for fall. Now that's one of those things. I think we're getting some good deals here too. So if you like that thing, steals and deals is kind of what's going on here. James, thank you so much for gifting membership. Hopefully the person who finds the channel through that enjoys what they see here. And I appreciate all your support always. Thank you, James. What do we got next? Next. Arsenic was found in 10,000 cases of Walmart apple juice. All right, that seems serious. If you're buying apple juice at Walmart, don't. All right, let's do a couple more. Let's get down to this Reese's. Okay, hold on. I'm skipping too far ahead. There are some seriously good perks hiding in Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash subscription. Interesting. So I, through Amazon.com, have, I think is it Uber Eats? No, it's Grubhub Plus. And when we were away at Card Party, we used it, and there were actually some deals. Like, so if you have an Amazon Prime account and you don't have a Grubhub account, definitely check there. You might find something that ends up being a good deal for you. I'm going to kind of move along with the stream here, just not to harp on that, but I would definitely recommend the deals that are hiding inside of those subscription services. ZZ Hooligan, James is the man. We love James here on the channel. We love everybody who is watching. All right, next up. Want a burrito-fueled wedding for 100 guests at a Taco Bell cantina? Totally possible. Here's how. I wish I could go to one of those Taco Bell cantinas where they make the beverages. It seems like you can actually get alcoholic beverages there at this Taco Bell cantina. Getting married there sounds like it'd be a good thing, but also, you know, if the bathroom situation isn't figured out, it might be a bad thing. And here we go. Reese's debuts an ooey gooey new product. Here's what to know. And that one we're clicking into because here we have the silly snack reviews on the channel, and this kind of applies directly to that. All right. Ads. Let's see here. Reese's new product, which hits store shelves nationwide this month, is described by a press release as a decadent, delicious, and uniquely combined peanut butter cup that provides Reese's fans with a rich experience in the form of an extra layer of ooey gooey chocolate filling. The name Chocolate Lava Big Cup refers to the dessert that inspired the candy. Though chocolate lava cakes typically achieve their runny centers from short, high-heat bake rather than the addition of gooey chocolate filling. And it says here, all right, so let's see what we got here. Mount Reese's Lava Cup. People, whoa, look at that. Wow. Jeepers. I don't know if the sound is coming through, but I can hear rumbling, and you can see that big cup hitting the top of the mountain. Wow. Looks like ZZ Hooligan is a couple minutes behind. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I hope a big cup like that is something, you know. All right, next up, let's stop sharing that one, and I'm going to go to a different tab. Let's do FoodBeast. Again, credit to FoodBeast here, who, you know, I'm going to address a comment actually in there. Why is it called Liquid Death though? So as far as I understand, Liquid Death is called that because the creator just wanted something that would catch your attention, and everything is about the branding. It's literally just water. That's all there is to it. So here we go. All right, so this might be a little more fun for us here. Wendy's will reportedly sell a Krabby Patty meal this fall. I don't know about that. Not really something I care about. Burger King in Germany was demoted to just Burger after losing franchise rights. That's hilarious. All right. Someone named this on Twitter, the website everyone still refers to, shared the most hilarious Burger King location in Germany. According to them, the spot gained such a bad reputation that Burger King decided to remove the franchise from the larger chain. In response to the exile, the notorious location has made the bold decision to go by simply Burger rather than Burger King. And the funniest part is it kept the original sign and just erased King. That is fantastic. I gotta say, we have some family in Germany, and I would, if we ever visited them, I would have to go here because it's one of those things. It almost seems like a Nathan Fielder, you know, like dumb Starbucks kind of experiment thing. That's amazing. This looks delicious. Taste the World. It's not really a story. These aren't stories so much as the previous source. These solar-powered umbrellas are must-have safety gear. Who cares? All right, here we go. Now we're in silly snack territory. New Fruit Loops mini bagels are available for a limited time. Let me guess, Walmart exclusive. The snack-sized bagels will harness Toucan Sam cereal, unlocking the delicious flavors, irresistible smells, and vibrant colors of fruit. F-R-O-O-T. Can you recall the flavors? Was it cherry, apple, blueberry, grape, lime? Maybe it was a mixture of all the flavors if you threw it in a blender. I think Fruit Loops to me just tastes like lemon, citrus. New Fruit Loops mini bagels can be found at select retailers nationwide in 15-ounce bags for limited time only from now through October 10th. I'll have to look for those. That's an interesting collab. Thomas's Bagels. I don't like Thomas's Bagels in general. They're not great, but that'd be a fun thing to try. There we go. The Liquid Death casket again. Everybody's reporting on it. UFO-shaped burgers. This is a good one. I've been seeing these come up on social media left and right. As one of those things, it's like, would I try that? So what they do is, and it'll show us here. Oh no, I don't want to do that. That's not what I wanted to do. What they do, this burger on the left here, they put it in a machine that's like a grilled cheese maker, and then it presses everything inside and crisps up the outside. My mom used to have one, and she used to make grilled cheeses back in the 90s. Food truck in Glendale, California. That's fine. Why is everybody making them now, though? So this is specifically about this place in Glendale, California. Very interesting. Let's see how we're doing here. Looking like, wow, we've had a lot of people come into this stream at some point. All right, where are we? Ludacris drinks glacial water in Alaska. Internet hilariously roasts him for it. Heinz launches hands-free robotic dipper, letting gamers play nonstop. Oh, so this is going to feed you? That's interesting. Glendale is about 4.5-hour drive through. That's funny. That's funny. All right. He'll catch up, James. He'll catch up. All right, so this gamer thing, they don't have it demonstrating, but it's supposed to dip. It's going to, where does it say here? Heinz has created the Hum Hum, a new robotic hands-free snack dipper that was designed specifically for gamers to stay locked in, uninterrupted from level 1 to the final boss. Hum Hum is equipped with a mechanical hand that grips and dips snacks into sauces, then feeds them to you. You can operate it by stepping on foot pedals. This isn't just a marketing gimmick either. Oh no? Heinz plans to create future models that can respond to voice commands and face recognition. Ooh, AI is coming to this. It's safe to say that the company is not playing games. Okay. Yeah, that's not something I care too much about. Don't care about that. Wait, what was this Batman thing? Hold on. Scroll. Okay, we're scrolling too fast here. Trying Michelin rated. Okay. It looks like this site has kind of a interesting. This is like a Adam Ragusea style thumbnail, or at least the text is. All right, here now we have stories, and then there's listicles. Okay, now we're down to all stories. AMC's new Bat Signal popcorn bucket is a summer blockbuster. Yeah, I've been seeing that they've been doing these popcorn buckets for movies. So far, none have actually been anything that I've had to go to the movies to get. But this one looks pretty cool, I will say. What do we got next? This is a big story. We got to talk about this. In the 90s, there was a burger at McDonald's called the Arch Deluxe. And they're releasing a burger. It looks like Canada is going to get it first. Darn it. Not that I'm that far from Canada. But it says, let's click through. McDonald's Canada unveils the new Big Arch Burger. Between two sesame seed buns are two 100% Canadian beef patties layered with 3 slices of white processed cheese, crispy onions, slivered onions, pickles, lettuce, and our new tangy and delicious Big Arch sauce. So Arch is just kind of a reference to McDonald's being McDonald's. It doesn't seem like that's really the Arch Deluxe at all. The Arch Deluxe had like a really fluffy bun, definitely very different. Circle bacon. It looks like James remembers it. It was, to me, it was unforgettable. That to me was the heyday of McDonald's. I don't love McDonald's now, despite what you think looking at me. But I think this is interesting. I would love to try this if it came to the United States. It looks like those are quarter pounder patties. Definitely not, because the patties on a Big Mac are kind of thin. This doesn't look that way, even though it is kind of a upward facing hero shot. You can tell that because it's kind of bigger at the bottom than it is at the top. So that's an interesting story. That's one we're going to have to keep our eyes on. It's been a while since I've done a video about McDonald's or fast food, but that would be one that I would do. All right, where are we? I don't want to give this site too much love. Hot Pockets debuts its own barbecue sauce. Ew, man. Jeez. So if you know Hot Pockets, they're good, but their barbecue sauce is probably the worst one I think I've ever had. I wouldn't buy, and it comes in a jar. That's definitely interesting. I wonder what the deal is there. Who wanted this? I don't know. All right, so we're down to Arch Deluxe. Pizza Hut introduces a pizza box that transforms into a mini dining table. And this ad, this thumbnail, guys, it's very salacious. It's egregious. We like, you know, yeah, I don't know. They did this because people moving into colleges. I thought it was a fun story when I saw it earlier this week. And now I think it's just ridiculous. It essentially is just extra cardboard on their box. This handy table is complimentary with orders of a large menu price pizza and will be available exclusively at select Pizza Hut locations in Dallas, Charlotte, and Orlando. It's a must-have for anyone on the move, though I'm still wondering why New York didn't make the cut. Yeah, I think this is more clicks for the college girls eating pizza kind of thing. No offense. If that's your thing, I'm an old man. I can't really be about that anymore. An old married man. Let's see what else we got here. FoodBeast in the news. Kid Cudi and Bisquick collab to release a funnel cake mix. All right. Interesting, but don't care. All right. So that looks like we've exhausted out the first page of FoodBeast. So I will take that away, and then we will add a new source, the third source of the night. How we doing there? Looks like we got people coming in and out. It's kind of how it goes here. So let's see, share screen. Need a producer. This site is called FoodDive. And FoodDive, it appears, is starting us off with the same Kid Cudi Bisquick story, but we will go down to top stories here and skip over that clickbait article. And it's probably not clickbait. It's probably talking about, it looks like an aggregate column. All right, Tyson Food appoints new CFO, replacing company heir. Interesting news, don't really care to click into it. Coca-Cola chided by Green Group for lack of progress on reusable packaging. All right, let's talk about this for a second. Oceania said the CPG giant is falling behind in meeting its 2030 goal of having at least 25% of its beverage sales coming from reusable containers. This is one of those things that I think in the long run, it's definitely a good thing that they're trying to push companies to use recyclable packaging predominantly. A company as big as Coca-Cola, it's like steering, a tanker. It seems almost impossible for Coca-Cola to be on track to in 6 years to be completely reusable packaging. But, crazy things have happened. This is Matt Littlejohn, Oceania's senior vice president, said the company has failed to make progress and that Coca-Cola is not on track to meet its reuse goal, which is terrible news for the oceans. And I think we do need to expedite that as a society. And, that's pretty much all I'm going to say in terms of doing our part in recycling. Just imagine, you're a singular person in the world. And imagine you're Coca-Cola trying to do this. It's definitely a daunting task. I would not want the responsibility as Coca-Cola to have to do that. It's just insane. If you're enjoying this and you're not subscribed already, please do, and please hit like on the video. I think it might help this get out to more people in real time. Buckwheat in your ice cream, quinoa in your milk. Sustainable grains emerge as a star ingredient. Now, I need to go on a little bit of a rant here. As far as I'm concerned, if I never eat quinoa again, I'll be happy about it. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not that I hate it. It's just I'd rather have rice or something else that is tastier. For some reason, to me, quinoa just tastes like dirt. Buckwheat, I don't mind. But it says more companies are incorporating them into their products to enhance the nutrition and sustainability. That's good. So, when you go to the store, and I can talk about this, and I'll give a little bit of a personal update toward the end of this stream as well. James, if you want to stick around, and anybody else who might be enjoying this as well and is connecting with me, I think it's a good information and it'll be educational. Okay, so it says grains such as quinoa, farro, and buckwheat have long been long been touted by nutrition experts for their high fiber, protein content, and abundant omega-3 fatty acids. When you look at food labels and you're trying to, shop for the week and stuff, it's hard to find stuff that isn't just like empty carbohydrates, or the balance of fat and protein and carbohydrate are off. It just seems like everything is just quick digest stuff, and the older you get, you want to eat more fiber and stuff like that. So this is definitely a good thing. Now let's see what they're talking about in terms of where they're putting it, because I saw ice cream in one of those. Climate change. Nuki Foods, an Israeli, I might have butchered that, sorry to the Israeli people watching, created a non-dairy milk product out of quinoa. No thank you. Farro, originally from the Middle East, is being used in supporting ingredient in baking mixes, crackers, crisp breads, and pasta. I had farro pasta for the first time about 10 years ago, and I really enjoyed it. Mediterranean diet is partially responsible for the grain's entry to the market, of course. Buckwheat has been added more often to breakfast and snacking categories. The ingredient may see growth in the beverage space as well, specifically in kombucha. Okay, interesting. So I think that's a good one. That's a great story for the day. Let's see what else we got. The Better Meat Company awarded $1.4 million grant from the U.S. Defense Department. It's crazy how these it's like, oh yeah, 1.4 million, easy come, easy go. James coming in with brown rice is a great alternative to quinoa. Yeah, I like brown rice. The problem I have with rice is I don't want to be eating arsenic, and there have been a lot of reports of high arsenic in rice. That's one of those that as a chemist I would not want in my liver and kidneys. Here we have more cauliflower candy bars. No, thank you. No, thank you. Don't need that. And if you are just getting to know me, I despise cauliflower. Campbell's Soup sells Pop Secret for undisclosed amount. Interesting. It's really funny how these companies gobble each other up and then they'll sell off pieces to other people. It's interesting. I watch a lot of video essays out here on YouTube about things that are companies that are successes or failures and why they are such. And it's just interesting to see kind of, how brands end up with, things like that. It's weird. It's really weird. But it's kind of the game. Just like this, from candy giant to snacking powerhouse, what's behind Mars' $36 billion Kellanova acquisition? The purchase of Pringles makers provides more opportunities to respond to consumer preferences and compete against PepsiCo and Mondelez. I'm not going to click through, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. These companies just gobble each other up, and then when they go to compete head to head, things start to fail, and then they break stuff off. And a good example of where we're seeing this a lot right now is in television streaming. These companies are creating these siloed services, and now we're getting to the point where they even have to start working together in order to be successful and be profitable. I think something like Warner Brothers Discovery lost $10 billion last year, just couldn't find it on the books. And it's like, how does something like that happen? And it's exactly this, where these companies just gobble each other up and create these big conglomerates. And then, the pieces that fail, they look to sell them off. And you end up with, Nestle Crunch, which growing up in the 80s, we always knew Nestle Crunch. Crunch is not owned by Nestle as far as I know. I could be wrong about that, but that's kind of interesting. Go through a couple more stories here. It looks like we've been streaming for about a half an hour. I want to try to do this weekly if possible, and also to keep these to somewhat 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how the stories are. Leftovers looks like this site's like little catch-all for other stuff. Kraft Heinz hires Hershey's exec as chief sales officer, and that's another thing they do. The C-level people, they go between companies. I guess when you're that level, you kind of have to go to that level type job. I'm kind of seeing that myself. I'm gonna Let's see how far down here. We have Nestle as CEO. Now we're in business news. Weekly sip looks like a column. AI could pose risk for food and ag companies. AI is a risk for all companies. I think it's moving very quickly. I think nobody knows where it's going, where it's headed. We're in some murky, weird waters. Okay, we have another thing here. And I'm going to kind of wrap up on news in a minute and go into little personal updates. All right, this will be the final story from Food Dive. Unilever spices up Hellmann's with flavored mayo. The brand, with more than $2 billion in global sales, that's a lot of mayo, has introduced new flavor options like chipotle and garlic aioli to attract younger customers and increase usage occasions for the condiment. All right, let's talk about this for a second. What's the difference between aioli and mayo? Give the chat a second to catch up on that. All right, so spoiler alert, there is no difference. Typically aioli is, something that you use as a dipper. Mayo is something that you use as a spread. But nowadays it's the same thing. It's an emulsification, a sauce, if you will. So it looks like we have here an Italian mayo, a chili lime mayo, spicy mayonnaise, a garlic aioli. I'd be interested to try the garlic aioli. When I make mayonnaise, I actually, so here's how you make mayonnaise. This is my method. In a food processor, you take your garlic and you whiz it up and make it really, really fine. Put a little bit of Dijon mustard, some egg yolk, and then you stream in your oil as it's running. And the more oil you add, it'll actually thicken up and make a nice little emulsion. And that'll hold for a couple days. I love making my own mayo. It's just a lot of work. It's just easier. And it looks like if you go and you buy these things here, which have different spices, the Italian one, just add freaking Italian seasoning to mayonnaise. That I wouldn't buy the Italian or the chipotle. The chili lime with tahini, I would be interested to try, but I wouldn't buy it. I mean, they're giving you the recipe on the label here, guys. That's what I want to say to you is, be discerning. Buy good mayo and then just flavor it yourself. It looks like I would try the garlic aioli because it's the only one that has a different name to it. They're calling it aioli, so maybe it's one of those things. So yeah, I don't do that. Let's see what the story says here. They're trying to attract millennial and Gen Z customers, demographics that use less of the condiment but are more attracted to new and novel varieties. It brings more of the versatility to Hellmann's by giving shoppers additional choices when making food at home, increasing the likelihood to add it to meals and preparations they would not have previously. I don't know. I don't know if I care. Flavored mayo has seen significant growth at Unilever, with sales almost doubling in 2023, according to Symes. They have proven to be a boon for classic Hellmann's Real 2, with up to 70% of buyers who purchase flavored mayonnaise also grabbing a jar of the original. All right, my advice to you with this flavored mayo, buy regular mayo and flavor it yourself. Or make your own. That's all you have to do. I promised that I would give some personal updates. So I'm in the middle of job hunting, and I have a couple things in progress there. I don't want to go too far in depth into that. Also kind of a little bit of a health update. I have my yearly or quarterly type thing, and numbers are coming back, and it's looking pretty good. I have kind of a few different conditions, none of which are actually very life-threatening, just stuff I have to keep my eye on. As a food content creator, it's one of those things that, you want to make content and stuff, but eating for views is not really practical, which is why I think doing this weekly stream and getting a little bit outside of the, I have to eat something and react to it in order to make a video about something. This is a nice little way to do something still in the food space, meet some new people, and hang out just like we did today. If this is something that you liked, make sure you hit thumbs up on the video and make sure you subscribe. And if you haven't seen that taco video I posted earlier this week, when I say that taco video, like what I was talking about at all, I posted a video, my final Dallas, Texas video. There's a link in the description below. Otherwise, I'll put it on the screen here once this video renders out. But But again, James, thank you for all your support. Thank you for your gifted memberships here tonight. And we will see you in the next one.